It's all about the water. Hey everyone, Big Pauly back with a brand new video, a brand new Mounjaro journey video. Yes, we're in week 4. Week 4. Can't believe it. I've just started my new pen, and I've ordered another one as well. Because hey, if you're in the know, we're in for some trouble ahead. Yes. With the rising of prices 170%. I'm not getting into it. I'm not getting into the whole political thing because it's Trump this, Trump that, America this, America that. So we'll just leave that to one side. We'll let other people talk about that. I'm here for my journey, yes. So yes, I've ordered a second pen. Prices will be going up from the 1st of September, although they haven't actually stated yet officially what the prices are going to be. It's kind of like various rumours here and there. So I'm going to wait until Asda actually specify what those prices are going to be. Yeah, so we'll leave it at that. Anyway, let's run the titles and let's talk about how the last week has been and why I went to the hospital.
Excuse me, you're going to raise the price by how much?
Okay, so jab. I had the jab last Friday. I'm not really getting any side effects now. I did a couple of weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago. I had the really bad case of acid reflux that lasted pretty much an entire day. The day before that, I had stomach cramps, which I had to use Buscopan cramps and paracetamol. I think I can blame the acid reflux on maybe too much dinner I had. I had a massive salad bowl with chicken and boiled eggs and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, so I'm just keeping it down now. I'm keeping it down. So that was Friday. I had the jab. Saturday, surprisingly, Saturday I started to have a massive burst of energy. I'd always walked up the stairs and been puffing at the top, and I could only walk so far without heavy breathing out in the open, and then I kind of like got a twinge on like the top of my hip. I think with the weight coming down, I think it's getting better because I am walking a lot more and walking further now and faster. I can actually now almost run up the stairs, not Usain Bolt, but run up the stairs and not be out of breath at the top. So yeah, it's nice to be able to walk up and down the stairs. One thing I've noticed, that my stomach is a lot flatter. It's definitely a lot flatter, because my shirt that I bought, which was a 6XL, I bought that a couple of months ago, and there was about that much room in it between my belly and the shirt. Now it's like that. It's getting really baggy now. My trousers are getting slightly baggy. I've had to use another hole on the belt. I can definitely feel that there's more bagginess in the sides of the trousers. And I know that I've lost weight because I like to go to the cinema, as a lot of my movie subscribers know. And I tend to always want to go to View because they have the nice big recliner chairs, or the IMAX because they have nice big chairs in there. Cineworld, for the last 5 or so years, I've had a bit of a problem with, because they just use normal chairs with cup holders, with arms and cup holders that kind of like go in, and it's always been a bit of a squeeze. I mean, I can get in them, you know, I could get in them, but it kind of like pressed into your side. So I tried to avoid going to the Cineworld as much as I could and go to View Cinema instead. Well, I made my first trip to Cineworld the other day in Dover, and I was surprised how perfectly comfortable I was in those chairs, because previously they've been just like kind of like digging in, and you'd kind of have to move like an angle to kind of get out because your legs go underneath the cup holders. And I've even just come back from the cinema today from the Cineworld in Ashford that has the same chairs perfectly fine. So I definitely know that my weight is coming off. Yes, which we are going to go and do a weigh-in in a minute. Couple of notes. Yeah, so last Saturday I went out on a nice walk. I did the video, you saw the video. I took you down to Dover Harbour to the big sailing ship. And we had a long walk along the pier there, so that was nice. I was surprised I actually got along that pier and back without having to sit down. So yeah, that was good. Well, I did sit down a little bit at the end of the pier. Sunday I went to the car boot fair, really big car boot fair that we have down here. I didn't buy anything, but I walked around, there must be like 20 aisles of a field. So that was all good exercise for the day. And then I had to go to hospital a couple of days ago. I had to do a fecal immunisation test. Because the first one I sent them, before I started the injections, they mixed it up. They put the wrong coloured top on it and sent it to the wrong department. So I had to do it again. Basically a poo test. Yeah, so I sent that one. I sent the new one, and they came back and they said it's slightly elevated. It's raised. It's the first time it's ever been raised. Back in May, end of May, I got a letter through from the NHS, from the bowel cancer screening department, saying that perfectly clear. See you in 2 years. So yeah, a bit of a surprise that this has come around again. So they wouldn't know what it was. I had stomach cramps a couple of years ago. But everything has been perfect. Everything has been fine for the last couple of years. So they put me in to go and see a specialist in Margate Hospital. So I went over there with Dad on Wednesday, was it? I can't remember what day it was. Anyway, it was this week. I think it was Wednesday. Yeah, anyway, we went over there. Yeah, it was Wednesday. And I was in there for about 15 minutes. Yeah. Just had a feel around of the stomach. And he said, roll over. I'm going in the back passage. He never even bought me lunch first. Yes, so, yeah. And I swear he never used lube on that finger. Flipping over. Yeah, anyway, that was very quick and very brief, and he just said I'll refer you for a colonoscopy, so that will happen in a couple of weeks. So I just got to wait for the letter to come through and wait for a tube to be stuck up me again. Well, not again, but yeah, so I'm not looking forward to that. But apparently the drinking solution is way worse than the actual procedure, but it's got to be done. If there's something that you might think is wrong, it's got to be done. It's got to be seen to. Anyway, that's enough of that. As for the rest of the week, I've been really good with the food. I've kept my calories to between 1,800 and 2,000, which is what I've had success on since I started it a month or so ago. Fibre, always trying to hit the 30 grams fibre a day, which most days I manage to get about 34 grams. So I've been regular, so I haven't had any constipation, not this week at all, which is really good. Protein is usually up in about 150 grams, and keeping the fats and the saturated fats to the lowest. Sugars, trying to keep them as low as possible, but they do go up because I have like fruits and nuts and stuff like that, so it always shows that they're higher than normal. But I'm using the NutriCheck as well. I've been using the NutriCheck since the beginning, and I would be lost without it, I'm telling you now. That tool is a lifesaver, I'm telling you now. It helps you keep track of absolutely everything and measures everything out. For the first time today, when I went up to the cinema, I actually had a KFC. Not chicken, not full fat chicken and all that kind of stuff. I had one of their ranch bowls, ranch salad bowls, which was really nice. I've always liked them in the past. I think it's about 500 and something calories. A lot of protein because of the chicken, not a lot of fat, so that's pretty good. Not a lot of sugars, lots of salad in there and a couple of chicken breasts. So I'm really glad that I had that, because I did miss that, and I was fearing that, will I ever be able to have one of those again? So yeah, I really enjoyed that. And it made me full as well. The previous times I've had that, I could eat another one and another one. But yeah, I just got to the end of it and I was totally full. Plus I also had a couple of chicken skewers today as well. The salt and pepper skewers from My Protein, which are available in Iceland. I absolutely love those. And also the meals, the My Protein meals that they do, which is quick and handy for me to take to work, as I can't prepare a lot of stuff for work, so I take those to work with me, and I have one every night. But I don't work 5 days in a week. I work 2 days one week, and then I'm like 4 days the next week, but always separated. Yeah, so I'm doing really well with the food, really well with the food. I am not craving a cheeseburger. I am not craving fish and chips. I am not craving chocolates, sweets. I haven't been near any of that for over a month. And to be perfectly honest, I don't really miss it. I used to be nuts on Diet Coke and Diet Pepsi. And we would come back from shopping day with like 24 cans of caffeine-free Diet Pepsi and that, or Coca-Cola. And because I don't want to give it a chance to have problems in the stomach, because carbonated drinks, people have suffered from that, it's just water. It's about water, pure and simple. And I try to exceed 3 litres a day, so between like 2.5 and 3.5 litres a day, which is easier than I thought it was going to be, and I've come accustomed to the taste of water now anyway. Plus I also do have a cup of tea with skim milk once a day, and also a cappuccino when I go, a coffee when I go before I go to bed in the evening. Sometimes I'll go into Costa and I'll get a medium decaf latte with soya milk, which is really nice, and there's only got about 138 calories or so in it. So yeah, I'm keeping within all the limits, so I'm really happy with that. So this week has been absolutely fantastic, absolutely fantastic. I'm still on 2.5 milliliters, and I have no intention of going up. I know as soon as you get to like week 4, a lot of people are like, well, I'm on the 5. There's no need for me, because the suppression and the food noises are there for 7 days. So I don't get to like a day beforehand and all of a sudden I am starving. That doesn't happen. That's not happening, thankfully, at the moment. If it does change in the future, then I might consider upping the dose, depending on the price, when they've worked out the prices. But I'm perfectly happy with 2.5. I've just ordered another pen for 2.5, and I'll order another pen hopefully by the end of the month for 2.5 as well, and keep them in the fridge. So yeah, I'm happy. That's basically it. That's an update for this week. The only thing that we need to do now is a weigh-in, which I am really interested in finding out, because I feel like I have lost this week, definitely. I just have that niggling feeling. Now week 1, £10, which is pretty normal because it's a lot of water and stuff like that. Week 2 surprised me by only losing £1, because seeing lots of people losing £5, £7 and stuff like that. But I think I was getting used to it, or my body was getting used to it. I wasn't quite accustomed with how to use NutriCheck and what kind of foods and the kind of routine that I was going to be in. So that's understandable. Week 3, I was really happy with that. That was a £3 loss. You know, NHS specify £1 to £2 a week. So to have a £3 loss, I was really happy with that. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I can maybe mimic that this week. So let's get the scales. Let's get them down there on the nice plank of wood, because I don't put the scales on the carpet because that can have a weird, you know, reading. I put it on a nice thick solid piece of wood, and let's weigh myself and see if I've lost anything this week. Okay, so let's have a look what we got. Oh, 27.6. So is that £5 down? Yes, 27.10 last week, wasn't it? That's £4 loss. £4. Yes, £4. £4. I thought £3. I thought £3, but £4. I'm doing something right. I'm definitely doing something right. Oh, I'm so happy with that. So what is that? That makes it 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18? £18? £18 in a month? 4 weeks? Yeah. Yeah, £18. How many pounds in a stone and a half? What is it? 14 plus 7, isn't it? So only a couple more pounds. I think it's three more pounds, I think. 3 more pounds, and then that's a stone and a half. Wow. And that, hopefully, if I can hit £3 next week, that'd be a stone and a half in 5 weeks. I've never done that before. Never, ever. Not even on Weight Watchers. So, yeah, let's see what we can do for this next coming week. So it's all going in the right direction. I'm feeling good. I feel good. And I'm perfectly happy on 2.5 milliliters. I am finding it extraordinarily easy with the food because the cravings are not there. You make educated food decisions. You know, you're not going, oh God, I've got to have that chocolate bar. I want that chocolate bar. I'm starving. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. It's like, okay, 11 o'clock in the morning. Right, okay, I'm thinking about food. I've got to think about what to have for lunch. So what would be good for protein? Right, maybe some scrambled egg. I'll throw a tomato in there and throw some salad in there. It's educational. It's educational. And I think in the long run, however long I'm on this, hopefully for quite a while, I'm hoping that I can be on it for a year and a half to 2 years. Of course, if it all ends up being blown out of the water with rising prices and companies going bankrupt, then because no one's buying them, then it'll be a different matter. But I think probably after time, I think it could be possible that I could probably do it without the injections, because I would be educated enough to know what to have and what to stay away from, and protein to have, carbs to have, fibre to have. And I think it all helps. It's educating your mind on better food choices. That's what it is for the long run. And it can only be a good thing. It can only be a good thing. So there we go, £4. Yes, fantastic. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like it by giving it some thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, comment and share. I'm hoping to go out on another walk this week somewhere to take you with me. We went to Curzon Abbey a couple of weeks ago. Maybe I'll go to Russell Gardens, which is on the other side of the road. Or maybe I'll do something that I've been talking about doing for about 7 years. Taking you to Dover Castle and doing a tour of Dover Castle. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I do want to get to Dover Castle actually and do a video there. If not now, then when the kids go back, because it might be quieter. Anyway, so yeah, that's all from me for this week's Mounjaro video. And I'll see you in a week's time on Friday. Excellent. Till next time, bye bye.